Hi, I'm Walter, and welcome to my World of Guitar channel, where I teach you how to increase your enjoyment and understanding of your guitar. In today's video, I will be showing you how to install a new set of guitar strings so they are locked into position and they don't go out of tune. This is the second in a series of videos where I show you how to properly clean, set up, and intonate your guitar so that your playing is easier, your guitar feels better, and it stays in tune with no buzzing. So in my previous video, I showed you how to remove your old guitar strings, polish and clean the frets and the fretboard, clean the guitar body, and oil the fretboard. There's a link to this video in the description below and in the video card above me. Now we're going to install a new set of strings. I'm going to be using GHS Boomer electric guitar strings, which go from 10 to 46. And I'll be tuning this Stratocaster to standard tuning E, A, D, G, B, and E. You'll see that I have removed the backing plate on the body of the guitar. We're now going to put all the brand new strings through the bridge holes first. So what I'll do is I have the strings out already, and I'll start off with the E string. Then I'll go to the A string. Okay, so with the guitar strings through the back of the bridge, we can now install the backing plate. I'm going to be using a Phillips screwdriver for this, and typically I like to put the screws back in the original holes that they were in so that they go in that much easier. And typically what I'll do is I'll just get them in, and then I'll tighten every single screw. So now when I tighten them, I want to make sure that they're tight but not overly tight so they fit in the hole, so there's no problem in taking them out and reinstalling them every time I change strings. All right, so once the strings are through the holes, we're now going to be installing them one at a time through the tuning pegs. Let's start with the low E string. Now a lot of guitar players ask, how much slack should I put through the string when I install it? Too little slack and there's not enough stability on the peg and the string's likely to go out of tune. Too much slack and you have nothing but winding strings all over the place. So a good rule of thumb is when you put the string through, so in this case the low E string or the 46, what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically grab the string 2 tuning pegs down, and then what I'll do is bring the string back to the peg where my finger is, and I will bend the string so it's 90 degrees to the rest of the string. So again, 2 tuning pegs down, and then I'll bring the string back and I'll bend 90 degrees at the tuning peg. Now oftentimes as well, what you want to do is you want to stabilize the string. So here's where you can employ a technique which will lock the string in place so that it does not go out of tune. Now, there's different schools of thoughts of this. Some guitar techs, and this is what I'm going to show you today, will wrap the string over the top once and then go beneath the bend in the string so that you're sandwiching the string at the bend and locking it into place. So you wrap it once over top and then you wind it underneath. Other guitar techs might, with the E and the A and the D string, just wrap it all underneath. And then employ the other technique I talk about where you're sandwiching at the string bend for the lower three strings. So you can see I've sandwiched it into place. Once I've got it in place, I'm going to hold it there and I'm going to take the tuning peg, keep this down, and I'm going to now wind the string and tighten it. If this video is helping you, I'd really appreciate it if you'd strum the like button so it can reach more guitar players and musicians like yourself. If you want to learn more tips about how to take care of your guitar, how to play amazing licks, and get great sounds out of your guitar, please subscribe to my channel so you'll know when I release my next video. Okay, so now I've got that string in place. You can choose it to cut it now, or you can wait till the end. So what I'm going to do is I will do the rest of these strings now. Again, what I'm going to do is put the string through the tuning peg. And what I will do is I'll take two tuning pegs down, put my thumb and finger there, bring it back, do a bend here, and go over top first. And then as I'm tuning, I'm going to make sure that the string then goes underneath the bend. And you really have to make sure you've got downward pressure on this as you're doing it so that it will go underneath the bend. Again, I'm not going to tune the guitar to pitch, but what I am going to do is make sure that there's enough tension on the string so that once all the strings are installed, then we can tune them. Next, we'll go on to the D string. So again, I'm measuring two strings down with my thumb and forefinger, bringing it back, bending it, then I'll bring it over top, and then I'm going to start tightening it and making sure that the string winds underneath. Now I'm going to go on to the G string. Okay, so again, I'm two tuning pegs down, and then I'll bring it back, and then I'll do a bend. I'll put it over top, and then I've got to make sure I'm pressing down as I'm using the string winder to tighten the string. It can get a bit challenging here. But you've really got to pull on the string to maintain that tension. Okay, now I'm going to do the B string. Now with this string, you're going to just have to estimate because now you've run out of tuning pegs. So do another, what you think is another tuning peg for 2. And then you can bring it back and you can bend it. Then go over top once, and then you're going to have to pull really hard. Keep that down and pull as you're tuning this up. Okay, finally I'm going to take the E string and I'll put it through. Again, I'm going to have to estimate where 2 tuning pegs are, and then I'll do a bend, come over top, and I'm really going to have to pull very, very hard in order to get the winding that I want. Okay, now there's sufficient tension on the strings. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the strings pretty close to the tuning peg, just using a pair of snips. Okay, so now I've installed the strings. They're at tension, and we've got them locked because we've got one wind above and one wind below. When you take a look at these, again, some techs may not do the wind above for the bottom 3 strings, but you can if you want. Certainly for the top 3 strings, it works really well. Now the next stage is we are going to tune the guitar to pitch. Okay, so what I like to do is have the guitar plugged into a tuner, and then I can tune it to the pitch I want. So once I do this, then I can do the next step, which is to stretch the string. So right now I'm going to tune it to A440 using this tuner. Once I get the guitar initially in tune, the next step is to stretch the strings. So what I will do is grab each string, and a pro tip is grab where the dots are on the fretboard and stretch the string. So you're going to stretch going forward and backwards, up and down the length of the fretboard at least once. In the next video in this series, we're going to set up the action and intonate this guitar so that it will play like $1 million. The link to this video is in the video link above me and in the description below. If this video has helped you, I'd really appreciate it if you would please strum the like button so it can get out to more musicians and guitar players like yourself. If you want to learn more tips about how to take care of your guitar, how to play amazing licks, and get great sounds out of your guitar, please subscribe to my channel so you will know when I release my next video. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. If this video is helping you, I'd really appreciate it if you'd strum the like button so it can reach more guitar players and musicians like yourself. If you want to learn more tips about how to take care of your guitar, how to play amazing licks, and get great sounds out of your guitar, please subscribe to my channel so you'll know when I release my next video.